Well, guys, I'm in a pretty good mood today because if you one thing you should know about me is there's no category I love reviewing more than the smartphone. I love smartphones so much. I'm an enthusiast. I love looking at the different smartphones from budget to premium to all the different ones, iOS, Android, Oxygen, all the different stuff you get out there, Ubuntu. The point is I love a smartphone. So we do have another smartphone review, and it's been a while since I reviewed one, so I'm fucking happy. Today we have a review here of the LEAGOO Z5C series phone. So this is a new phone created by LEAGOO. It's being sold by Easy SMX, company I worked with many times in the past. I'll give you a link down below to check out this phone when the review is over. But yeah, this looks like to be a very cool product. So I like the way it opens up there. It's very nice. The phone's on top. It has a nice weight to it. Put that down here for a minute, because obviously every phone comes with a bunch of additional features, right? And that's usually how the phone works. So a couple of things in here. You have this warranty card thing. Looks pretty cool to me. Put that there. What else do we have in the box? You have a cable here. I believe these are the earphones. We're gonna open them up right now and make sure on that promise. I love to keep these packagings in good condition if possible, but if I had to destroy them, I have to destroy them, and I don't feel too bad about it. But I was able to maintain good condition on this one. These are your earphones, guys. This is what they look like. Pretty typical earphones you have here. Put that down here for now. What else is in the box? You have your wall adapter. Pull it out. Once again, I'll try the same thing and try to preserve the packaging. But like I said before, if not, it's all good, because I can easily put this back in the box. So here is your power brick. Looks pretty cool. It's pretty standard. Put that there. You have your charging cable, your typical micro USB cable. I like that. Put that down here. You have I like this. This is meant for the cleaning the screen and also cleaning the camera lens. So it comes with a cloth here. That's pretty nice. I'm a fan of that. What else do we have in here? You also have an instruction manual, which you probably shouldn't need this. One thing you guys have to know about budget Android smartphones, specifically from China. One thing you should be aware of is there's typically some type of tape on the battery or something like that. So I'm gonna double check on that, but that's probably gonna be the case later on. So yeah. That's pretty funny. It says it right here. It says, please remove the back cover and remove the insulation. So yeah, like I was saying before, that's to be expected on any budget Android phone from China. That's just industry standard. So now let's get to the unboxing here, the actual phone. Okay, let's go. Oh boy, almost dropped it. So here's the front of the phone. It comes well protected with a screen protector. On the back here, here's the actual back here. I do want to pull this out now, as this should have the tape insulation I was talking about. So let's pull it off now. After a little bit of searching, I was able to figure out how to take the cover off. I mean, it could be, that's one thing I will say. They could explain that to you a little bit more easily. It's not the easiest thing to do to take this cover off, figuring out what to do. Because I know on American phones, you just kind of pull the back cover off, and it's kind of flimsy. But these Chinese phones, their covers are quite thick. So in this case, there was a little indentation. I'll show you where it was later on. But here's the actual inside of the phone. So I'm gonna pull that special tape off now, and it should be ready to go. I'm gonna have to pull the battery out. It looks like, so I'll go do that now. All right, so the battery is now out here. You see this tape here? You do have to remove these tape, and basically all Chinese phones I've seen so far. Yeah. All right, it's now off. And this should indeed power on now at this point. I do want to show you guys the actual thing I'm talking about regarding the little blip thing that makes it easy to pull the cover off. So let me show you that. Let me show you that right now, because it is kind of important. So if you see right here in that corner, do you see that little blip right there in that corner? It's not the easiest thing to see, but it's indeed there. Do you see that? You just pull on that, you pull it down, and it should come off pretty easily. So now at this point, let's turn the phone on. We got power. I'm going to pull the screen off here. So It does not come with a screen protector. Be aware of that. So, I mean, I wish I had a screen protector, but I don't really have one, so I'm gonna have to pull it off here. So yeah, it's coming off. It's a nice. I believe this is a 720p display. It's very nice to look at, and it should do the job. So this is indeed the little brother of the LEAGOO Z5. This is the LEAGOO Z5C. It's like the iPhone, 5C to the 5S. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's basically a fair comparison you can make between the two products. So yeah, now it's on. So I do want you guys to see this. So I'm gonna have to kind of use the screen here to see what's going on here. So yeah. So welcome, United States English first. I don't have a SIM card. Skip the SIM card for now. Choose a Wi-Fi network, PBOS. I do have PBOS Wi-Fi in here. PBOS Wi-Fi is what I'll be using. I'm gonna type in that password right now. I believe this is on Android 6.0, if I remember correctly. It's now connecting here. We are now connected. So that is indeed good news. I'm very happy to see that we are indeed connected. So it's gonna check connection. This can take a few minutes. So I now ask you if you want to hook up your Google account, stuff like that. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be using this stuff for things I don't want to have in my Google account. When I root it, could put CyanogenMod on here, stuff like that. Maybe change the OS, Linux, all that stuff. Do some emulation. I don't want to use my Google account for that. It's asking me for the Google account, and I'm gonna skip all that. I don't want, I don't want to have to worry about that right now. I'll do that on my own time. Yeah, it wants your first name and last name. I'm gonna skip all this. You don't need this shit. Set up your email. Once again, I'll do that on my own time. You know what I'm saying? Protect your phone with a PIN. Once again, this is not my primary driver. There's nothing too important here. But I do appreciate them asking me. There's like Google services. I'll keep that on there for now. But I'm happy I want to keep your phone safe. I appreciate them doing some of the stuff beforehand. But it's not necessary in my cases. You know what I'm saying? So we're now on the home page here, guys. So first thing first, I'd like to do is obviously we have Wi-Fi. So let's test the browser speed out. I do want to see how fast this thing is going to work here. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully there's a native browser on here. I do not see a native browser anywhere. I want to have to download one. So I'll be right back for the internet speed test. My apologies. There is actually Google Chrome on here natively, which is nice to see. No Google Chrome. I don't want to give my account. So let's do an internet speed test. I think a good site to try is ESPN. It's kind of a data-intensive site. So ESPN, you see that? Test, go. Okay, that's not bad. It did load the mobile version, so it's not going to be too crazy. Next, we're going to test a little bit more of an intensive site. We'll test pbosonline.com. pbosonline.com is actually my website, So check it out too if you want. Here's pbosonline.com. It's growing. It's growing. There's a lot of data on my website. It's growing. So guys, it's finished now. Here's the actual site. So that's all the cool stuff you can find on my website. So definitely check it out. So the next thing I like to do with smartphones, is obviously the next thing that's kind of important is do kind of a benchmark. I'm gonna try the which one do I like the most? I haven't done this in a while. I gotta think about this. I think Antutu, the other one, Geekbench. One of them is actually really good. I have to think kind of carefully about which one I want to use because they all have some type of biases towards them. So do my best to find one that's unbiased. I do care about being as unbiased as possible. So I'll be right back. Let me get that going. So guys, we are back here with some results from the Antutu benchmark. It got about a 20,262 ranking. Now let's test that and see how it compares to other phones on the marketplace. I do want to know what phone is that ranking like. So you go to the ranking page here, and yeah, let's find out what this is like. I'm pretty curious. I'm gonna have to find it. So yeah, this is the Z5. It's down here. It's the last one on the page. Unfortunately, there's nothing close to it I can compare it to. I mean, this is a budget Android phone. I mean, the weakest phone I see on here is a Note 5, and a Note 5 is a pretty good phone. Note 5 is only 1 year old at this point, almost 2 years old, but less than 2 years old. So I'm not expecting it to do pretty well. But so remember that number and compare that to other budget Android phones. I presume you're considering them. So I took off camera. I took a couple of pictures for you. So let me show you how those pictures came out. There is a front facing and a rear facing camera. The front facing camera is pretty bad. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the front-facing camera is pretty bad. So this is how it came out. Not a good photo. The rear camera is acceptable, not bad. That's the rear camera. It's acceptable. It did the job. It could have been a little bit better, but overall, it could have been a lot worse too at the same time. So I'm okay with that. You have a couple of native apps here I do like. You have the power saving mode here. I'll show you this thing here. Yeah, the power saving. You have extreme mode and super mode. Obviously, extreme mode is like the Galaxy S7 extreme power saving mode. Super mode is a mixture in between that, and you have normal mode. So I like that. I like to have that. You have some cool stuff here. You have Gmail in here. You got calendar, clock, email. You got FM radio. You see that? You do have an FM radio on here. So let's click on the FM radio. Yeah, you got to plug in the headphones there, but still. A lot of powerful Android phones don't come with that, so it's not a given. In this day and age, an FM radio is not a given, so that's pretty cool. And overall, guys, I believe I've done a pretty good job here of telling you about this phone. I mean, I unfortunately don't have a SIM card for you to show you, the messages and the phone part. But other than that, I think I've showed you everything about this phone you want to see. If you want to change your theme, right, you click on this button right here. My bad, I didn't mean to do that. So you can actually change your theme down here. It's actually pretty cool. You do have a bunch of cool themes on here. So this is not bad. I turned the phone off there. So you have a couple of themes here. I like that. Let's change the theme. Let's change the theme right now. So I'm gonna find you guys a good one here. I like this one. Looks pretty cool. Hello 2017. This one looks pretty cool. So let's try it out. It's downloading that feature right now. So apply, and yeah, guys, now it applied. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a pretty cool feature. I'm a fan of that. So yeah, I mean, overall, you have to get used to the learning curve a bit on how the buttons on the bottom work. The middle one's power. This one's the back button, and this one gives you themes and stuff like that. So that's really all I had to say about this product, guys. It's a solid phone. If you want to root it, it shouldn't be too hard to root. So yeah, if you need it for that, if you need it for one phone call a month or something like that. Overall, I do recommend this phone. I do believe it should accomplish anything you need to do. It looks pretty cool. This is the gold version. Overall, I love Android phones, and I do believe this is another solid budget Android phone. Really hope you enjoyed that video. I recommend this one. Thank you, and bye.